Okay, guys, good day, everyone. As you all know, um, I'm known as the Alchemist Mind. So, actually, this is Eurocad. So, I just want to do some video recap why I was like, at the same time, I'll be explaining how it works. So, remember, we have three different aspects of, concepts, or let me just say, MS scenario concept. First, um, we have the SBR, we have the OCL. That is, we have three different type of key level actually. We have the OCL, we have the RBS, and we also have the QM. You understand? So finding my bias is not really my problem right now, guys. And also finding my directional bias is not really my problem in this market. My problem now is all about timing. You have to work on your timing. Very, very important. Market moves with time. So we have to follow the algorithm, the perspective, the way the market moves. You understand, guys? So now, what I really meant is that since since okay now, as you all can see you see this area. Let me just read what you can see. We have a OCL over here. That is a bearish OCL. You can see this bullish momentum break past this OCL, came back down, didn't respect it. Why? Because remember, I don't know maybe if I've explained this to you guys. Whenever I see a key levels breakout and the key level didn't respect that level, it just went through it and broke back in. Just have it in mind that there is always a high probability that the price will still come back to give us our main retest before it continues potential bias. I learned this from my SNRO before I upgraded to a MSNRO because price always did. That is why we always call this a fake out. Then our main retest, that our proper retest, happened after price give us a clean LSP structure. What did I mean by that? Okay, first we have what we called um we have what we called turtle soup happens around here. Okay, and we have a break of structure. All right, we have a break of structure over here. Then we also have an inducement. That is our SLP is already confirmed. SLP structure. I don't know maybe if you understand what I mean. So you can see. Then our target will be this area, guys. Yeah, buy side liquidity. All right. So now we have the first reaction over here. We have the second reaction creating a CRT model, guys. So we have a CRT model in place. So okay, now that we have a CRT formation, remember this is a weekly time frame. All right, this is a weekly time frame. So and when the CRT is created, okay, I went to the daily time frame to see if I could see a breakout actually, but come to realize that the breakout didn't come so early, or it hasn't even created a breakout. It was about to. So now I had something in mind that if price is giving us a CRT and we have daily rejects around this area multiple times, we have the first bearish rejection, the second rejection that's created that turtle soup, that is the CRT turtle soup. All right. So this candle now this candle will give us our potential price. But if you could notice, if price is reacting off of the key levels of support or the classic V, you can call it that way if you don't mind. Remember that price always go to where? Go to the nearest resistance. All right, price always go to the nearest resistance, guys. So the reason why this resistance didn't hold was because it has already been used by this candle, by this bearish candle that push price lower. You can see this classic A has already been mitigated by this wick. I just hope you can see it clearly. So it has been mitigated, so that level can't really hold price actually. So now, since we have daily time frame rejection, that is daily reject off of let's say weekly key levels, if I may put it that way. We have multiple rejection. So I think now that we have a rejection, then the next weekly candle to open will give us our directional bias. So this time we don't need daily time frame confirmation anymore. All we need is 4 hours time frame confirmation. All right. So now what do you see, guys? Remember I told you guys we need a proper structure breakout. All right, we need a proper structure breakout. So what did I mean by that? That is, we need a change of character, or we need a market structure shift, or either a breakout. But that breakout will only be confirmed if we have a liquidity below it. That is a turtle soup actually. So now we have okay, let's say okay guys, let's say okay now there is no we can't see a turtle soup over here, but we know that this is a CROT turtle soup, but we need another turtle soup from the 4 hours time frame origin and the 1 hour I mean and the 1 hour time frame origin, but no turtle soup is made. Before the turtle soup is confirmed, we need a change of character actually, but the change of character didn't come so quick. Alright. So price, this is just a breakout structure, guys. Don't take this as a change of character. Don't take that as a change of character. That is a breakout structure. So now that price keep breaking, guys, then come to realize that price give us our main rejection. All right, our main 4 hours reject 4 hours. That is H4 reject H4, which is what I really did want price to do. If because there are two options I gave this setup, I need a change of character or a clean turtle soup before a change of character, or I still need another rejection from the 4 hour time frame to confirm my directional bias on the lower time frame. So now, guys, you can see we had what? We had a H4 rejects H4, all right, but this time it didn't reject from the from the classic V. It rejected only from the H4 support. Why this is our liquidity. So our SLP structure is confirmed. All right, our SLP is already confirmed, guys. Yeah, it's already confirmed. How is it confirmed? It is confirmed because remember that when price did a first breakout, the first pullback is always our inducement area. All right, it's always our inducement area. Okay, now guys, since we had a 4 hours reject 4 hours. All right, since we had a 4 hour reject 4 hours, then this time we can go to lower time frame. Okay, remember the daily time frame hasn't given us a breakout structure yet. We are still trying to understand the origin of this daily rejection. That is daily reject daily because we have multiple rejection over here, which means I know that is we need a proper change of chart on the lower time frame. So you can also see that the MSN also is giving us some clue that that level we saw on the H4 time frame is also in line with what is also in line with the daily OCL key levels. You understand? So it's also in line with the daily OCL key levels. So since it is in line, like since we have an alignment on both key levels, so this key level now shows that we have a high probability key levels that if we have institutional around this level. So now we have H4 H4 rejection, that is H4 rejects H4. Since we didn't see a proper structure shift or another proper how will I put it, another proper turtle soup before a change of character. So the reason why this OCA was valid because we have a turtle soup below that level, guys. Yeah. Okay, we have a turtle soup below that level. Yeah. So that was what made that, that OCL level look so strong. So now guys, we now finally have our SLP structure. What did I mean by that? First, we have the total soup. Second, we have the rejection off of where? Off of the key levels of, we can call this OCL, we can call this OCC, guys, which means candle confirmation. Yeah, candle confirmation. So now we had H4 rejection. Okay, now let's go to the lower time frame. You can use the 2 hours if you like, you can use the 1 hour if you like, guys, whichever way you want it. So what did we see, guys? What did we see? Okay, now I saw something very very interesting, guys. Yep, very very interesting. I saw a change of character. Our clean change of character happens over here, guys. So you can see how this setup is actually moving. I saw a clean change of character. Yep, a clean change of character over here. And again, guys, always remember, guys, remember what structure you are. Always remember the structure. Okay, what did I mean by that? Since I can't see the main origin structure from the H4 time frame, so the H1 time frame actually showed me a clean structure that I was missing. First, we have a turtle soup. This was the first origin, the first buy origin. We have a turtle soup over here. Then we have a breakout structure. Then we will now had our inducement in place, guys. This is our inducement. Then where do you see price reacted from our classic V? Alright, price reacted of our classic V. Then we had a clean change of character, guys. This was a candle that did the breakout. Yeah, we have a clean change of character. So after that, I went back to the 2 hour time frame to still look closely, that is to see what really happens around that structure. Okay, there's nothing to see around there. I went to the 4 hour time frame to look closely, guys. So what I was thinking is that since I had a change of character from my lower time frame, and I noticed that this bearish candle is very very huge. Yeah, it's very very huge, guys. This bearish candle is very very huge to take our entry from, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, this candle is very very huge, as you all can see, because that will be my origin entry. So, and most trader could have take the entry from the classic V, which is too early, and meanwhile, let me just say this setup looks so accurate. You can take your entry from here, but if you want to minimize the risk in case the market go against you, all you have to do is just mark the 50% of that order block. All right, mark the 50% of it, or there are different ways in checking checking the optimal entry. So what do I mean by that? Since we have a huge order block, I use the week, because I always use the week, guys. I use the week mostly, sometimes if necessary. So I use the 50% of that range, guys, to execute my entry. Yep, to execute my entry. So I just clean the order block. So my entry was around there, guys. As you can see, my entry was around there. Though I didn't screenshot it because I didn't remember, guys. So this was actually what I was expecting from market to do. So my SL was just below this low. So guys, as you all can see, don't play with MSNRO for a reason, guys. So this is how I caught my setup using MSNRO and CROT key levels, or SLP, guys. So you can see the sniper entry, guys, so clean, so neat. Okay, so remember I didn't mark my inducement on the structure, so let's just say this is my inducement. Yeah, this is my inducement. So my inducement was a little bit higher. No problem, that is how market is. So guys, So that is how I was able to cut this buy on Eurocard, guys. Yeah, a very very clean structure. So my target, remember my target is where the CRT high. That is the weekly CRT high. You can see, guys. So this is how I was able to cut this trade peacefully with a clean perspective. That is, honestly, I saw this coming. You know, I saw the first buy coming around there, but I need more confirmation because I know my bias, I know my structures, I know what I see, and I know the right time to strike. All right. Okay, guys. So that will be all for today analysis. Your faithful, the alchemist mind. And guys, please, 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 let's grow together. You guys to grow. All right, guys. That will be all for today. Have a nice day.